Hey guys, what is up? And we are here with something a little bit new and unusual. So let me know if you like this or dislike this. So we're going to go ahead and check out a video from another channel, and I'm going to play it along with you, and we'll see how many interesting tidbits we can pick out of this info. Oh, of course we're going to go ahead and do the, 10 FPS title and awesome background music. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go with the desktop and the notepad and everything. All right, all right. Okay, so hang on. We've got network hacking and 5 basic commands. Ping, traceroute, nslookup, netstat, and ipconfig. I'm really confused as to how we're going to hack anything with these commands, but we'll find out here. Opening the command prompt. Yes, that is the thing. We're going to find the IP address of Google. Yes, this is the IP address of the Google. So pause here for a second. So yes, the thing about this is that you can ping Google to get the IP address. You could also just, make a lookup using the same command prompt to get the IP address without pinging Google, which works a little bit better for, getting information out of it, but hey, whatever. Also the request timed out at the bottom there, that's quite nice. The problem with this is that that's only one of Google's many IP addresses. Google's a global network, so it's going to choose whatever server happens to be closest to you, and pinging it is only going to give you the IP address of whatever's closest at that point in time, or whatever responds the fastest, depending on how their load balancing works. But ultimately, it's not a great way to get the IP address of a website, because it can change dramatically from day to day or even hour to hour, depending on where you are in the world and what servers happen to be up and down at that time. So okay, not a great start, but we'll keep going. Yes, request timed out. Yes. Wow, 100% lost though. This is Google's IP address. Yeah, sorta. The worst kind of information is the information that's technically correct, but not useful in any sort of way. Yes, what are you gonna do with that IP address? Yes. Yes, that's kind of how that works. Well, if they wanted to. So we're going to trace route to google.com as well. So this will give us all the information about... Wait, I'm sorry, what? wait, hang on. Pause. Track the route of Google. I have questions about all of this. So first of all, if your pings are timing out and you got 100% packet loss, what makes you think that any other information you're going to get from traceroute is actually going to be useful to you? Just out of curiosity. Second, the traceroute command will give you information about your route to Google. So if you ping Google, if you ping that specific server, that specific IP address, it'll give you information on your route to that IP address. It'll give you the hops between, or the routers, I suppose. Kind of more technical and complicated than that, but basically it'll give you the routers between you and Google. So this is, again, not exactly the most useful command, and I'm not sure why they think it's a hacking command. Also, the root of Google. Just, all right, anyway, let's continue. 192.168.43.1. Oh, that's my router. Hack this. Yes, we're timing out on everything because you have 100% packet loss. I assume this is a VM, maybe? It doesn't look like one. Sure. Name server lookup, okay. So we're going to look up the name servers for Google as well. Again, this is, while technically correct, it isn't what you're supposed to use it for. This is supposed to be, oh God, this is frustrating because it's technically correct, right? But the problem is they're describing this feature in such a way that it makes it seem much more important than it really is. Yes, you can get a bunch of IP addresses for Google using the NSLOOKUP command. That's fine, but it's not exactly the most useful tool in the toolbox. It can come up with some cool, interesting results that you actually end up using in a pen test, but for the most part, doing this is not really going to help you very much unless you're just completely stuck and you just need to figure out if there's anything related or any other IP addresses that you need to attack. Again, it can be useful, but for the most part, it's not. This is just kind of giving it out of context, and it's not the most useful thing, especially out of context. It's just, hey, here's a bunch of IP addresses that point to google.com. Congratulations, I'm not sure what you're ever going to need with this. Yes, that's your router's IP address, 192.168.43.1. And that's an IPv6, those are a bunch of IPv4s. Yes, that's how that works. Okay, now we're going to do a netstack command. I don't know what that was about. Ping. Find your system IP address. There's much easier ways to do this, you know. You don't have to, like, oh boy. Okay. Right. Yes, again, this is technically correct. However, this is not the use for this command. The netstack command allows you to see what connections your computer is making or has made to it via this nice little table here. So yes, these IP addresses are the computer's IP addresses. However, they don't have to be, they can change. And all of these time weights established are going to be different. The foreign addresses there are going to be different depending on who is connecting and where they're connecting to, yada, yada, yada. It's, again, technically correct, but really not the way that you're supposed to use this command. All right, so we're, oh, nope. There we go, IP config, there you go. So we're doing an IP config. It's not all your network. You can do an IP config /all or switch all, depending on how you pronounce that, say it, to get more info. But this will give you the basic information about your computer's IP address, how it's getting stuff. That's fine. Oh, okay, I guess we're done. Yes, thanks for watching and all that. Okay, so overall that, it's really hard to describe exactly in what ways everything in there was wrong. I hope it did a decent job. While it's technically correct, a lot of it is anyway, not all of it, it's still kind of misinformation because it's pretending that these commands are doing different things, or it's saying that you can use this command for this, which is a good thing to know, but it's not useful in the context that it's provided. So you need context in order to figure out why these commands are useful, because yes, they are useful, but you have to know when to use them and why they're useful in order to use them effectively. You can look up the name servers for Google, and that's fine, and then you have the name servers for Google, but for what? That's the question. So it's technically correct, but it's not all there. So this channel is actually full of videos exactly like this, just the whole background music and the notepad and the zooming in real close to everything. I'm not exactly sure why, but hey, there you go. And it's just full of technically correct information, but it's not quite there and it's not super useful, and it labels these videos like hacking commands and hacking tutorials and stuff like that, but it's not real hacking. It doesn't dive into why these are useful for a hacker. Again, useful tools, but not in the context provided. So yeah, if you like this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If I see more of that, of course, I'll do more of this. And there's a Patreon link in the description below if you'd like to become a monthly patron. Helps keep these videos coming, and I really appreciate all the patrons that are currently active right now. Thank you so much to all those patrons. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.